Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, I didn't think I'd ever be talking on the House floor at 1:50 in the morning, but here I am. And I've got to get a few things off my chest. First off, we heard about lobbyist declarations tonight and where the lobby stands on this issue. But there's been one group of people that have been completely omitted from this debate, and I was really hoping it would be brought up. So I'm going to stand up on the floor and I'm going to bring them up, and that is the property taxpayers of Iowa. Nobody has talked about them. Nobody has talked about that when we went and we knocked doors and we campaigned, we heard from people. I know every single one of you guys in here, I'd be shocked if one of you guys could sit there, put your hand on a Bible, and tell me to my face that you never heard anybody talk to you about their property taxes. A couple weekends ago, I had I don't know how many phone calls, emails, and messages from people in my district furious about things that they had gotten in the mail. And I told them, I said, I will try and do whatever I can at the State House to try and help you with that. But I can't believe what I've heard when it comes to lobbyist declarations in the cities and counties, and we've just omitted this group of people that not only vote for us, but they go out and they probably help us campaign, they donate to us, they go to baseball games, they go to football games, they have their kids in our communities. We need to do what we can to help them out. Another thing that's come up that's been quite interesting is people have said this bill does nothing. And then they've also said this bill is going to hurt our local communities and it's going to hurt our local communities' pocketbooks. So my question, I guess, is if the bill does nothing, how is it going to hurt our local communities? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. The last thing I want to mention is this turned into what should have been a debate about helping property taxpayers out. It turned into a debate about IPERS. And I wanted to point out something I think that is glaring and needs to be talked about. And that is, this bill just passed the Senate. There are 32 Republicans in the Senate. There are 18 Democrats. The vote was 33-17, which means one Democrat voted for this bill.
Point of order.
Please state your point.
Unless we are going to have a parliament in the state of Iowa, vote in one chamber has nothing to do with the vote in this chamber.
Will the gentleman from Fayette and the gentleman from Sioux please approach the well. Representative Wheeler, the floor is yours. You have 7 minutes and 37 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the purposes of Representative Pritchard, I was not going into a debate on unicameral versus bicameral legislatures. Maybe that can be a whole different topic some other time. Where I was going with this, Mr. Speaker, and let me also clarify, too, I don't believe that you guys should have to, I don't believe we should vote the same way our senator votes. That was not the direction I was going down either. The direction I was going down was that this bill passed the Senate on a 33-17 vote, with one of the minority members over there voting in favor of the bill. This minority member is a member of the Public Retirement Systems Committee, and the Senate, 2 of the minority members are allowed to sit on this committee. This is one of the members. This member also wrote a pretty heavy letter to the editor or newsletter that went into the Des Moines Register earlier this year that attacked members of the majority party for wanting to go after IPERS, and it was pretty vicious. Took a very strong stand in favor of IPERS. So I guess my question to the body is, if this bill does in fact affect IPERS, why would a minority party member of the Public Retirement Systems Committee, who has come out in massive defense of IPERS, vote for this bill in the Senate? And that is quite something that I can't wrap my head around. But it is actually quite easy to figure out, and that is because, Mr. Speaker, this bill does absolutely nothing to IPERS. We have held our promises to the people of Iowa, and we will continue to do so. We have also held our promises to the property taxpayers of Iowa, and that's exactly what this bill does. Thank you, Representative Height, for your work on this. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.